okay, please type in the chat box. If everything is okay for you, you are able to listen me, you are able to see me properly, please type in the chat box or the comment box. I'm using now, folks, I'm using a restream software which streams to YouTube, Facebook, and other things where I can connect. But I've connected only Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube now. And this is my first experiment. There seems to be a choppy video. Yeah, this being the first one, let me play around and I'll wait till people join. Elevate your mind masterclass. It's a masterclass session 1. Yeah, here I would like to see who is online. So I need to open my iPad and see like who is sending any chat messages, because I'm live now on my timeline on the Facebook group and also on the YouTube. Fantastic. I really like it. So the first day technology is working. That's a great thing. And I think I need to little bit do some adjustment with respect to lighting. Looks like uh, whoever is there online can they type in the chat box? Can they type in the chat box or the comment box? Hello, so that I'll be able to monitor that on my second monitor, which is iPad. Okay, we'll wait for one more minute. At the mark of 3, we start this. Okay. We start exactly in next 10 or 15 seconds. We'll start. So I'm excited for you guys. What is this masterclass is all about, and why should you care, and to whom I am addressing? I'll first delve upon this for few minutes or maybe a couple of minutes, and then I'll get into the masterclass. This particular masterclass is meant for employees mainly, right? Who want their career success, who want to engineer their career success, who want to sculpt their own destinies, who necessarily do not want to depend upon the situation or other significant people, but who want to create success and who want to create fulfillment in the life. It looks like a very laudable goals, but I will break down each one of them into smaller pieces, because I'm an engineer. I believe in practical, tangible things, even to the matters of mind and spirit. I would like to bring it to a tangible formula, right, which is intelligible and which is actionable and which is not frivolous, which is carefully thought and which gives total results. So that's the complete focus. Getting the total transformation as a journey, getting the total transformation as a journey, yet be focused on small chunks of improvement in the all areas, cross disciplines that I'm going to talk today. So I consider this as nothing like this exists, I have seen, because it's a cross pollination of multiple disciplines to get fast, quick, and lasting results. To get the fast, quick, and lasting results. What is fast and what is quick? Fast is, you don't need not to wait for weeks or months. Quick means you take an action, you must be able to feel the progress. So fast is different. From fast is from a timeline perspective. and quick is from the temporal perspective, now perspective. So I have thought about this, and this masterclass you allow me to get deep into the benefits and also give what it is all about. It's a educational one, and at the end, I will earn the right for you to look at how you can get benefited from this research that I have done, and dedication that I have put in coming out of the framework that will help you. Actually, there is a portion of this particular framework which is helpful for anybody as a person, and only at the tail end you have some interventions that are specifically tailored for corporate employees, for for creating success what they always wanted to create. Okay, so that's how it is structured, and then let me present my screen and get into the details. So if you are able to listen clearly to my voice and are able to see my video, please type yes in the comment box below. Facebook and other social media algorithms, they like when people get engaged, and you are doing good karma by typing, right? And also it is also good for you because you get engaged in what I say and you get focused, right? Right. So let me share my screen now. Okay. So are you able to see my screen? Fantastic. So, what is this masterclass is all about? It is elevate your mind. Why am I talking about elevate your mind? Whereas this is meant for employees. We'll get into these details. Now, there is a big chart here. Don't get frightened because of the small font here. What I'll do is let me open the what do you call mind map itself, and let me run through. This is very important. I tell you, I put good efforts here to deliver value, so please get engaged. Okay, so let me first keep it focused. Now, who we are, what is the definition of success, what is the definition of fulfillment. We need to understand this even before we get into the details. Now, let's see to whom I'm addressing, and who is the, I mean, in the language we call it target market, right? Who are the people? Now, we are employees. And what is that we are interested in? Definitely the security need, right? We want to get salary, we want to get promotions, we want to get bonus and benefits, and also we want to enjoy our journey in the company. Okay, so these are all the primary things we want, and we contribute, and hence corporates take us forward. But the ICF and Gallup and other instruments tell more than 50 to 60% of people, they have intense moment of dissatisfaction while working in corporates. Do they have to tell? Okay, that's a reference. And you mean, well, we all know, because I come from a same corporate, we had coffee conversations, right? About as a managers during appraisal benchmarks, promotion lists, and giving feedbacks during economic cycles. A bunch of conversations we have, right, in the town meeting and also private one-on-one meetings. Employees, they feel disempowered to a large extent, and they feel internally that their talents are not properly used, and they get suffocated. They get into some sort of a mental turbulence. It's never spoken because of the taboo, or it is seen like a weakness, but this is real. And good corporates, they have helplines, they try to do. And nowadays with the working from home, there are other challenges that have come. Actually, I would like to take a separate masterclass on how to work from home remotely and have boundaries and be able to have ultimate productivity and create success and fulfillment. Okay, so what is my definition of success? We need to understand. Okay, before we get into this, who we are, it's better to define these two and then come here. Success is getting what you want. It's simple definition. It is mostly outward. It could be your salary, your promotion, or your bonus or benefits, or your relationships, or the possessions, the property, or the investments, or whatever that's tangible. That's your definition may be different. For let's have my definition as a common ground here at this point of time, so that we speak the same language. And then what is fulfillment? Fulfillment is beyond success. There are many people who are highly successful, yet they are miserable inside. There are many billionaires, and I attended some master class with people like Tony Robbins and stuff like that, where they're sharing. There are many people who are highly successful for society, and they are bundle of misery inside. Many stories. So fulfillment is a totally different animal. It has something to do with the basic, economic freedom, and economic freedom doesn't guarantee fulfillment. It is a different mindset. So fulfillment is the how do we define fulfillment? Fulfillment is the happiness and the contentment after feeling comfortable with the success and getting in terms with the success, focusing on some higher principles in life, if interested, or the higher hobbies, or whatever may be your purpose and passion in your life, without too much worried about creating what you want, because you already mastered it, and it's not that you do it and you leave, but it becomes a second nature. Okay, so I'll recollect the definition of success is creating what you want. Fulfillment is the deep internal feeling of satisfaction after having felt and enjoying success each and every day. Okay, is it okay? If this definition is okay, please type in the comment box yes, Sridhar. Please type in yes. It's very important to understand this, because we are getting into some of the concepts of mind, elevate the mind, right? We are getting deep dive into that. So before that, let's see this. Okay, now we are entrepreneurs, we are homemakers, parent, or we are retired people. I'm not addressing them. It can be addressed to them also, elevating the mind. But in this session, I'm not elevating, because it's beyond this. It's out of syllabus. So I'm not touching them. Now that said, let's look at what is success looks like. So let me close this so let it not distract you. Okay, so what do you want? Now, what are the things that enable you to get what you want, and what are the things that disable you to get what you want? Let's be very pragmatic, and let's be very analytical, and let's be having clear thinking here. Struggle to find passion in their life. I'm not talking about passion like riding costly cars, or eating pizza. Nothing of that. A purpose that impacts the society, right? Who have not discovered that, seldom they have the problems of getting in the morning and get energized themselves. And they find some routines. They may go to gym, or they may go to here, there. But what could potentially, I cannot guarantee this, but what could potentially stopping their fulfillment is their own belief system. We need to understand this. And the value system. We are not comparing here whether your value system is greater than mine or your belief system is greater than mine, but these two are the important pieces, because any belief system that stops you from growing from within is a limiting belief. Any belief system that allows you to manufacture positivity at the moment, just like this, instantaneously, irrespective of the circumstances, irrespective of the physical conditions, irrespective of the challenges. If you have a belief system, you have mastered that. It could be pranayama, it could be yoga, it could be gym, or it could be anything. It could be positive affirmations, anything. Then we call the catalyst, that belief system is called a catalyst for your growth, for your happiness, for your positivity. Now, what is this positivity? Life is a full full problem solving. You have to solve a problem. You have to have a creative mind. And you can maximize the creative mind when you can maximize the positivity. So, my definition of elevation of mind is instant creation of positive mind on demand, irrespective of the situation you are in. This was my passion. I was doing this. I have every reason to get depressed, as I mentioned in that post. I cut my high paying job, no stream of income, sheerly believing myself, utterly believing in myself, knowing who I am, clearly articulating it, sticking to it, not for weeks, not for months, for years. And finally, I could discover myself. I cannot prove to anybody, but if you can trust me, you know who I am. You could feel what I am talking about. Now, what about the values? Values, there are temporal values and there are eternal values. There are some universal principles. I'll give you an example of universal principle of reciprocity. Nobody wants to take anything from anybody or any system without contributing to it. This is called the natural principle of reciprocity. And once we violate, nature gets violent. We see that when we exploit as human beings with greed, nature becomes violent. Now, you have to have a belief system to observe, to observe the universal principles. At the same time, you can have the value system which is temporal, which could change from time to time, which is not in conflict with the universal values. That's more important. Values can be catalysts, values could break you. Values could be catalyst, values could break you completely. It can break you down completely. Okay. So, are you able to listen to me? I'm not able to see your chat box. If you are there, kindly put in the chat box yes, so that there is an engagement there. Okay. So, value system. What is this value system? I've talked about belief system. There are only polarities, two polarities: limiting belief, expanding belief. We call it a growth mindset. And values, eternal values, and temporal values. What is your belief system? Take a pen and a pencil, or you have a spreadsheet or anything there. Please write down how is our belief system coming from religion helping you? How is the belief system coming from your parents helping you? How is the belief system coming from your society helping you? How is the belief system from family helping you? How is the religious belief system coming from your corporation helping you? On all these aspects, please write. Is it helping? If it is completely helping you and you are able to, the test of the, uh, I mean, the, how do you test this? You test this by, if you are able to get into the creative zone on demand to problem solve, irrespective of your situation, at home or office, then you are actually blessed. I can't say blessed. You have worked for it, and you earn the right to have that growth mindset. But because of the fear, or because of the group conformance, or any other biases, cognitive biases, stops you in adopting a growth mindset, and quote unquote, the other mindset makes us sheep behavior, whereas the growth mindset allows you to be a totally distinct individual, aligned to your core personality, aligned to who you are, aligned to your core purpose, irrespective of the results. Results we cannot control. We can control only the actions that we can take from the positivity that we manufacture day in and day out. We need to understand this. This is not a philosophy. This is the reality. We undergo emotions and the elevate your mind. I'm going to talk about roughly 38 negative emotions that occur whether we know or not, and the behaviors that we exhibit. Based on that, we will be able to understand what emotions we are going through. The emotions is energy in motion. And I mean, you need to be vulnerable here, you need to be honest. Nobody is a saint here, probably. And we all go through emotions. Sometimes we deny the emotions, we act as if that emotion is not affecting us. We seek diversions. Because of all these things, the emotions becomes the energy in motion, right? So for example, you get an anger, you try to suppress the anger, it is highly likely that it could hit your liver cirrhosis. Is one of the causes is suppressed anger. Anger is nothing but suppressed sadness. Yeah, man, I don't want to get into that subject, though I've done enough research there, and I also do back flower remedies to people. Actually, I would like to talk about it a little later, not now. But please understand this: denial of emotion is more dangerous. It is like a suppressed spring. It is going to hurt you. You need to be aware of your emotions. You need to channelize the emotions. And by doing it, you have to have the catharsis happening, and hence your emotions, they get spent out, exhausted, and there is a stoic thing that happens in the mind, and because of which you manufacture positivity on demand. This is about the belief system, how belief system can enable the emotions and disable the emotions. Similar to the value system, either there is a positive value system that you have because of various things that I talked about, the birth, and then religion, and then your parents, and then the family. That's your family. Yeah, your environment, your society, your work environment, and your friends. Many factors, right? In the language of Sanskrit, we call swabhava and prabhava. Prabhava is the external influencer. Swabhava is the innate nature. When swabhava is in conflict with prabhava, there is always a conflict that comes out as an outburst, and it is the dissonance in the life rhythm. If you call it life rhythm, there is a dissonance. Many people deny this because it requires courage, it requires a mentor, it requires a right person to gauge and give you the right remedy, so that you enjoy your life each and every day, irrespective of the situations. Situations are going to be tough. Pain is inevitable in life, but not the suffering. So we need to go through this, the belief system and the value system. We need to do inquiry of this, and we need to discover our purpose. It's easy. It's not big jugglery of words here. Some people, you see NGOs, they do it. Real NGOs I'm talking about. Okay, I don't want to get into the NGOs now, but people who help, who want to help naturally, spontaneously. Okay. So this is the underneath the mind related stuff, and how it enables to us to do problem solving, and hence we learn some skills to do that problem solving, and we align that to a purpose, and hence we get unstoppable in our lives, irrespective of the situations. Again, I keep repeating this. Our all alibis: we don't have money now, we cannot do this. We don't have this support system, we cannot do this. Now this is not the right time, we cannot do this. My jataka person told this is now shani, we cannot do this. We have thousand reasons to justify our inaction, though we know we need to take actions. Probably, it's nothing of your fault. You need to really introspect the belief system and the value system, how they are sapping your energy. Though cognitively you understand what is the right thing to do, but energy wise you do not have that thing from inside to do the thing that you ought to do. You got it right? This is very simple. I'm not using any flowery words. I'm trying to dissect this. I'm an engineer. I believe in solving problems by segmenting into parts and adding them as a whole. Okay? Now, creation of success. Success creation. It's a science. People who are in business, they know how to get the numbers, money. It is a science. As long as they are having growth mindset and right value system, business soars. Remaining parameters are science. A salesperson know if you make 100 calls, 10 will respond, 3 will convert, and he will have a funnel. He will make money. That's what salespeople do. It's a science. Technology, we know. We have a website, we have a email marketing tool, we have a email promotion going on. There are multiple touch points. People get engaged and they purchase, and we don't sell, they purchase. This is a science of selling. If everything is a science, everything is a science. Okay, everything is a science. Now we can control, we can get the output, we can get the input. Similarly, if you look at the employee success, this is where our main focus is. We have domain knowledge, we have problem solving, we have problem solving related to the mind, and we have problem solving to the logic. We many systems they call it about, we are all used to this, like knowledge, skill, and aptitude or attitude, people used to say, right? Those who are old timers, they remain KSFA framework: knowledge, skills, aptitudes. Now, here, this is the mind related problem solving. This is a deeper subject which I will go later. Everybody has a need. Unless that need is satisfied, that satisfied by these two things, beliefs and values, their mind is not elevated. It's very simple. Or consistently, it is not elevated. It is sporadically elevated, and hence their capacity to act logically diminishes, and more if they age also. Of course, there are other body chemicals they come into picture, like vitamins, their lifestyle, a bunch of things, right? I mean, their physiological agility, many things, the organs, fitness, many things come there. So this is the added problem there. So as an employee, when you exhaust yourself, work overdrive, watch out. What are you doing to the gift that you received by way of this body, and what are you doing to it as it's slowly aging? I'm not trying to create any fear psychosis here, my dear friends. I care for you, I love you, but I need to tell you the truth. This is the truth. You need to start at the basics. The basics is start with the mind first. Increase the capacity. Make the positivity a daily routine. And I'm going to help you like a pill. I'm going to help you in a structured way. I tested and tested like a research scholar. Not only not sitting at home, going to the conferences, purchasing courses, taking the mentors, out of my sheer need, right, to discover this. And I'm going to help people now with this if you choose to. Okay. Now, what is the fulfillment we talk about? This is an art. Sometimes it interferes with the success because of the belief and values. Mostly this is personal. People don't talk about it. If you are fulfilled, you are fulfilled. Who cares? But people see the outer riches, and they have comparisons, and they have perceptions because of success, outer success, and that is the mostly talked about. But I do believe success is a well-oiled machine. Once you understand this paradigm I talked about, the three-step paradigm, you will always look at fulfillment, because real magic happens at fulfillment. Irrespective of success, it can happen, but it requires a different mindset altogether. You need to elevate your mind to the totally different dimensions. Even abject poverty will not disturb you. In that fulfillment, we don't talk about it now, because, right, it may not be relevant at this point of time. Okay, now here problem solving, right? It is a needs analysis. Most of the engineers, that is the target market I'm addressing because I'm an engineer, they don't understand the psychology of these 6 human needs. They need to master this. If there is there if there should be some hope of manufacturing positivity on demand, just like a clockwork. This is the focal area. Okay, now I'm going back to my presentation. Okay, so what is the focus? Elevate your mind is the fundamental basics that helps you as an employee for getting success, and if you choose fulfillment, which is a spiritual and soul growth, is possible. It's possible. But 96% of the people, this is according to 80-20 rule. Richard Koch has talked about 80-20 principle, Pareto principle. 96% of the people, they feel dejected inside, but the paycheck motivates them. They continue. I'm proud. I took a conscious decision to jump from the cliff without a safety net. Sometimes it is foolishness. I mean, I don't suggest anybody to do this, what I've done. But in the hindsight, what the decision that I have taken, burning all the boats, jumping into the pool, is the right thing to do because you require that kick inside. Otherwise, it's a survival instinct is when taken care, your mind goes into non-growth mode, non-contributing mode potentially because there is no urgency there. Okay. Now, so make your mind positive emotion factory, personalized, and different people are different. I do understand this, and these back flower remedies are non-habit forming, and it works wonders. And I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about at least 50 case studies. I'm going to talk about, and then know your talents. You cannot excel in your life because you are unique unless you are able to verbalize your talents and manage your weaknesses through the paradigm of talents. And more than 20 million people have gone through. And when I talk to Gallup, I'm a certified Gallup coach, and they tell even presidents of America, they go through this because it's in White House. They form the rule how they have to communicate based on the strengths of the leaders, and they need to complement that leader with their weakness so that, you know, quote unquote superpower doesn't mess up right with other countries. And most of the public schools in the US, they go through this. More than 20 million people have gone through this, and I have gone through this. It was a wonderful thing. It's a gift. And I got first introduced while I was leading a team of 6 people in Philips. And I had a fascination. And I didn't do this much of research um, while I was in corporate, but this was my lamppost. It was my guiding torch. This helped me to connect to people and do the best that I can do uh, on a people front. Okay, then we need to, using these talents, we need to develop some leadership skills, which is again into two parts. The part A is under the inner core, part B is under the outer core, and you need to balance these two through your personal productivity. Too many things I'm talking about, these are all not just words. Everything is pregnant with a deep energy inside. We need to absorb this and put an action plan so that why should we do all these things if everything is going on well in these pandemic times. You need to have the confidence and clarity in your mind to lead the life irrespective of the any situation, whether corporate situation or family situation or your health situation. That confidence, that clarity, and that conviction, I can tell with conviction, in present circumstances it is missing. And this is the most needed one, the most needed transformative thing. It is needed, and it can be done provided you make a decision, not your coach or not your accountability partner, but you need to make a decision. Enough is enough. I will go through this journey. I will get this thing done for me. I may not change a job, I may not be an entrepreneur, or I may not want to go to the CEO line, but I need to have the confidence every day that I control my destiny. I have a clarity why I'm leaving few things. I have a clarity why I'm doing few things. I have a clarity if a situation arose, how I'm going to strategically address that. That confidence, that conviction, that clarity comes only through this stacked 3-tier approach. And it is a science. Why only back flowers? That's what I have experienced. There are zillion things if something else is working for you, and if you are manufacturing positivity on a daily basis and clarity, conviction, and you have confidence, you skip it. That said, I would say take it because it's a blessing. It doesn't cost any money. We'll get into that. It's a blessing. It's a blessing on humankind. It's an angel. Many people call them angels. The flowers called angels, 38 of them. Yeah, man. I get inward when you look at the amount of the depth of knowledge and the transformative power these interventions hold. Okay? Now, I'm an engineer and I love solving problems. I don't believe in BS things. Okay? When I talk with ample proof, personal ratification of what I tell, and social proof. Not in few numbers, but multiple hundreds and thousands of people. Proven systems only I talk about. And the value add that I do is putting all these things together and ability to help people move from point A to B, tailored to who they are, not in a mass. Because trainings fail, trainings don't work. Trainings work only when there is a skill development. Education works. It is the education, the power of education. And education alone doesn't work. There is a work in Chandogya Upanishad. It says, Yadeva vidyaya karoti shraddhayo upanishada tadeva viryavattaram bhavati. Yadeva vidyaya karoti. You need to understand the concept very well. And shraddhaya, you need to invest your psychological energies, which is we call elevation of the mind. And Upanishada Karoti, the reciprocity principle that I talked about, it has to be helpful to others. Tadeva Viryavattaram Bhati. That alone becomes fructified. And the Bible says, the doubting Thomas shall perishat. And Bhagavad Gita says, we have all the things, you can connect the dot, right? Samshayatma pranashyati. The doubting Thomas shall perishat. That's the exact translation of the Sanskrit verse from Bhagavad Gita. Now, the conflicts I talked about, the conflicts because of the belief system, conflicts because of the value system. 96% of the people, they don't come out of this. It is not their fault, but nobody tells them. This is where you need to look at. What is give examples, show them the path, how they can get over the limitations, limiting belief systems, and then how they can experience the capacity to act naturally as a pranic energy from inside. This is the quest. This is the human endeavor. This is the edge we have over animals. Many people have what you call hunger below their neck. I need not go into the explanation of that. There are various hungers below the neck. But we are fortunate to have the hunger above the neck. That's our edge. Let's use our edge. Don't try to compete where you don't have competitive advantage, where there are elephants and horses. Yeah, it's intended. I talk in a Guhya language here. So let's differentiate ourselves. Okay. Now, how can we overcome about two with cross-functional knowledge and solutions in mindset, logic, and skills? That is the journey. That is the coaching journey. Okay. The approach helped me to solve the following problems: mindset, skill set, and tool set. Your tool sets are your own diamonds that are there. They are 10 in number. If you ask me, Sridhar, who you are, my top three, I'll tell I'm an input guy, I'm a research guy, I am a learner, I am a relator, I am a connector, right? I use these talents. I create an environment around these talents so that my inner core develops, my potential develops. I unleash my potential, and so hence I am able to contribute. This is what I do, and everybody is different. Some people are achievers, some people are starters, some people are woo people. They have to be with people. There are 34 these talent themes are there. There are zillion talents that are grouped together into a set of talent themes. Once you understand it, once you articulate it, once you own it, your life is going to change after you elevate your mind. Because now you have a tool set which is internal. This internal tool set can be applied for any situation in life. That gives you confidence, that gives you conviction, that gives you clarity in your life. I hope I'm able to give the perspective. I'm able to connect the dot. Is this the only way, Sridhar? Absolutely no. There are jillion ways that can be done. But do you have a one way that you have mastered? Will this work for everybody? Yes, because this is tailored. This is not a mass sermon, or this is not a global training. This is tailored for who you are and what you want to become. Okay? Now, so what I did, so I earned the right now, what I'm proposed to do, and how you can get benefited. We start with what is seen, the behaviors and the outcomes in corporate, which is measured, right, as a success parameter in appraisals. So I came out with this human needs coaching, the 6 needs. Manage your boss, very important. If you can't manage your boss in an honest and authentic way, your career is limited in the company. You cannot double cross your boss. Okay, it doesn't happen. And engaged teams. If you don't have engaged teams, you will get stressed, and you cannot manufacture positivity. Powerful communication. Some are bottom line people, some are top line people, and you need to have the power of communication. And the productivity is very important. Productivity is not time management. Productivity is a priority with conscious awareness of who you are and what you wanted to do in your life. Having long-term plan for your personal growth in all the spheres that matters, like finance, relationships, health, wealth, spirituality, whatever may be your goal. And 7 mindsets, I talk about how do you train your mind to do the right job at the right time, instead of dreaming, instead of dissecting things. If the firefighting you need to do firefighting. You cannot say I don't have a talent there, right? You have to firefight. If you cannot firefight, hire somebody to firefight. So the mindsets are required. The ability to respond to the situation using your talents and then complementing your talents and skills with the rest of the people is one of the critical skills. The leaders know their limitations more than their talents. Very important, very powerful. Strategy is what? Strategy is having choices. You cannot have everything. You need to sacrifice few to get few. We get into all these things. They have instruments, there are questionnaires, which you can tailor to yourself, reflect, and I'm there to help, to make you understand, get that confidence, that get conviction, get that clarity in you, so that you'll be able to create your own reality irrespective of the circumstances, being vulnerable and yet be very powerful. Vulnerability is the power. When I'm vulnerable, I'm more powerful because I'm natural, and people know what they can get from me and what they cannot get from me, and the expectation cannot be screwed when you are vulnerable. Expectation is screwed when you have a mask on your face, which most of the corporate people, I'm not blaming anything, but that's the reality of corporate. Okay, then meaningful relationships, or we have relationships, transactional relationships, business relationships, but are they meaningful relationships? We'll talk about them. And mindfulness coaching, this is a little advanced, not for everybody. We teach this in, so we have two tracks called fast track career coaching, which is silver track, and talent to strengths, which is a Gallup one. Fast track career coaching is a silver, where you elevate your mind. First you elevate your mind, and fast track career coaching and inner core stuff, like attitudes, perceptions, limiting beliefs, all those things that matter to building yourself in a structured way, in a step by step way, with examples. We try to build it first, foundation, and then we go to deep dive into talents. We have the capacity now to appreciate the talents and limitations, and we have the mental makeup already in the silver level. So we now can add additional skills of leadership, like influence with impact and all these things, right? So human needs coaching we will have in the basic one, silver one. Manage your boss will have there. Engage teams also will have. Powerful communication there itself. Get productive there. And then 7 mindsets will get into the advanced teaching. Strategic thinking also advanced. Influence with impact is also advanced. Meaningful relationships and mindful coaching is in the gold level. And then, okay, so how do we get transformation results together? So they are personalized. We have video coaching, and they have group coaching. The video coaching, we have video lessons, the similar one that I sent to some of you, where you joined the membership site, where we are going to populate there, and then works for anyone. right? I was all in group coaching, right? It's much more advanced. The hand holding will happen in a group format like this, where Q&A. It's mostly Q&A session and also clarification session over a period of time. You need to get engaged for 6 months minimum to get any transformation, right? It's a 6 months minimum effort, right? And weekly once, or quarterly, sorry, in once in 2 weeks. 1 week in the absorbing the knowledge. The second week is the experimenting and sharing the knowledge and asking clarifications. So Q&A and the sessions alternated every week. So over 6 months this is, and there is a one-on-one results package. Some of you who feel the need, right, and you cannot go through this process, they have the need and they want to get results in a month, max 2. I want to get out and I want to have clarity. It is not that I want to quit corporate or quit the job or change the job. I want to get this clarity now. I can't wait, Sridhar. Work with me intensely. And these are not for everybody. It requires complete commitment from you, and both from psychological commitment and financial commitment from you. And this is the sure path for transformation in an accelerated way without skipping any one of the steps. Okay, so it depends how badly you want, in a personalized way. So these are the things. So what can I do now, Sridhar? This is the question. Step one, this is the last but not least, the last slide in this session today. Grab my high value, elevate your mind video coaching for free. Once I populate everything and I do promotions globally, it would sell for 24 and 297. I'm sorry, it's not 247, it's $297 it sells. And join the FB group now. If you are not already joined, please join. And where our engagement happens, ask questions in FB. Daily, I will appear there, and I will give micro contents in all these areas. And check yourself. The idea is, I don't believe in just content. There is too much of content. Everybody is a, you know, teacher. Everybody is a content creator. So many social media platforms. It is becoming too much. I do believe in transformative knowledge transfer that inspires you to take action now, not later, but micro actions. Okay. So if you want to get started today, you can schedule one-on-one consultations. Send me a message. You are in the Facebook group. You can send a messenger invitation to me. We will discuss the modalities, and then look for video coaching and group coaching announcements and enroll, right? While they are free, get that education. And I'm giving free as a reciprocity. And I put a earnest request to you to share this maximum. The reason is, I will benefit, you will benefit. There is a group effort, and we can together create a tribe. And moreover, it's I would get my reach as well, because I want to impact 1 million people. And without the support of you, I will not be able to reach this goal. Definitely I need your reach. And let positivity breed further positivity and further positivity. And let's bring the so-called hush hush science of mind into a engineering science. And let's demonstrate that we may not change the world, we may not change our corporates, we may not change our bosses. It's career limiting to change your boss. Don't ever try to do that. But you can change, you can be the change what you want, and because of which people will react to you, respond to you totally differently, the same set of people, and hence you create a new reality. That's how it works. Okay, this is the only way it works. You do opposite, you are trying to create tension in the system. Thanks for joining, folks. I love taking this masterclass. If you want any more clarifications, please type in the comment box. And you want this more frequently, or you want different subjects, you want to me to address challenges in these live sessions, I am going to conduct these live sessions every Friday at 7 p.m. I have mentioned it here. And do show up. Don't just wait for the recordings, because people who show up, they have 90% chance of achieving what they want. Not only here, anywhere. People who show up, they grow up. Okay, it is a cliche, but that is true. I believe in your success. I care for you. I take pride in delivering value. I value your time. Have a great evening, and see you inside the course Create, Elevate Your Mind, and my Facebook community, Results with Rayasam, a transformation, total transformation. Thank you. Sridhar Rayasam signing off. Bye bye.